Penciling is the bread and butter of comics. I like to divide my penciling into 3 different parts, one being rough pencils, second one being refined pencils, and the third one being the finished pencils. Today we're going to be focusing on the rough pencils, which is basically all composition based, following your thumbnails and roughing the entire page in red pencil. I'll be focusing on one panel so you guys can kind of see the progress with that. So this is where the fun part starts. You finally get to start penciling after all that work doing thumbnails and writing and rewriting and all that stuff. At this stage, the most important thing is composition. I like to start with the word balloons first because they take up so much space. So if you're going to draw those last, you're going to be doing a lot of unnecessary drawing. At this stage in the game, it's all about composition, so you want to keep your lines really light and really loose. Obviously, digital is far more forgiving, but I kind of get a kick out of doing comics the old school way. So with that in mind, make sure you do yourself some favors and make it so that you can edit this without ruining the paper too much, because this will be your pencil layer up until it's transferred onto the proper Bristol. I follow my thumbnails really closely at this stage because that's where I usually work out a lot of the problems like framing and focus and guiding the reader's eye. If you work all that stuff out, this stage of the creative process is actually a lot of fun. I like to take little breaks from penciling, and in those breaks I like to letter. So here's one of my favorite pieces of kit, the Ames Guide. This is used to draw parallel lines. I'm not going to get too deep into it because I'd like to dedicate an entire video on lettering. But yeah, check that out. That's a lot of fun. I can tell by now that my lettering is going to crash into my gutters a little closer than I'd like. But that's okay. I can just slide it over when it comes time to transfer that over to the Bristol.